shirts, hand in there full, you know,
Because that's considered marketing tool.
if you turn in a full application, you get a shirt, a logo shirt.
Same with Walton.
Yeah, you need the pre-authorization, the 30,000 wall. I've spent very little money of that on marketing technology materials, which is what we wrote the grant for. Right now we're using it as cash flow until we get the PCSP money coming in. It should be within 4 weeks. Reimburse all the money that we spent through that, so that way that we can start those items. But yeah, we can use it.
Even have the blue and cat.
Yeah.
Jump.
You do. Yeah. All of these items you can find it.
Kmart has them too.
Yeah. All those stores.
Too, you know, just had either donations, so that, like Lake Lure, we opened Lake Lure. We did the how when you just
screen printing.
Mm-hmm. So those out.
Yeah.
And give, you know, everybody some money.
Yeah. And we do, Priority do have about 30 shirts.
Yes, in my basement.
Yeah.
With the logo.
Yeah. Those, you know, I know I've got one. So those, that's something we can do too. You know, if you bring a friend, you get more. You know,
Yep.
advise them so that they get some shirts.
These are items that students are permitted to wear, like coats, jackets, or sweatshirts in the building, including the fleece. Clothing, any logos or anything like that other than our school logo, capri pants or any other non-standard like trousers, the rise baggy, inappropriate altered pants sort of thing, hats, bandana, scarf, accessory. There's a little piercing other than small earrings only for girls. You know, tattoos.
No, I was thinking about that. Was there, I don't know, Paul, if you would know, somehow that was discrimination because girls could have earrings and boys could not.
Structures, right?
I figured maybe you had your construction early.
I can just really quickly take that one out. And it doesn't.
But I think what they did to get around that is girls could not have large, that earrings, they just didn't say boys or girls. They just said earrings could only be posts and studs.
Only one pair.
And only one pair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no bigger than,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no damn earrings. I don't know.
I think that's the line.
Earrings only.
big earrings or boys or they just earrings. I am concerned about them removing any permanent tattoos. This student is permitted to attend class.
I can speak covered.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Do kids have tattoos?
I know there's some.
Yeah, there is.
Some little kids have tattoos. I have never seen that.
There was
Not seen the henna ones, but the little ones do it like carnivals and stuff.
And fifth graders whose parents would throw them a tattoo party. So that was kind of.
And you like read with the needle?
Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. I saw one that had a basketball player back.
Oh,
Tattoo. And he'd come up with his head shaved and just have the. All right. And I thought, you're kidding me. I can't believe the child stood still for that.
One pair.
Not piercing. It must be covered. Everything else.
The next sentence says must be covered. The twos are for
Okay, visible.
Yeah. Nothing else. And
Well, and all the friends that would,
I almost think you should even say small because you can get posters that hang down really. So a big post, which
Jill said,
does.
Things weren't gonna only
Yeah,
be,
yeah,
this is even, I mean, this is big.
okay.
So-
That's just a little.
that's style limited to one.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Are you gonna? Yeah. Good.
So it's maybe to say, I mean, I know they're gonna wear sweatshirts with hoods, but they wear the hoods in the building, you know?
Yeah.
Will they know sweatshirt?
Oh, just,
That's
oh, in the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
The police,
But can a police have a hood?
Maybe swim down to your hats, lower, and just add the,
Mm-hmm.
I know stars, just add that for.
And if you want to get picky, you can say no painted hair. Show hair color.
Well, I think we've got that covered with nothing that can distract my learning environment. Yeah, create a safe environment. Yes,
First parent who comes in and says, red shouldn't be any problem. You dial Paul up on that one.
So the good thing is, you're gonna start the school K-3,
Yeah.
and hopefully third graders don't have purple hair and red hair.
Yeah, and tattoos and.
And, yeah, so you're gonna build the culture.
Yeah.
Can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even imagine having somebody take a needle.
IAE logo.
You can get our logo.
Yeah, do this a lot.
All right. I like where that's at. That's in revision.
Yeah.
Motion to approve the student uniform policy.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. And the student uniform policy as approved.
Then. Second. Make employment policies. All right. So the first one, policy 2 basically just lays out the
Difference between exempt and non-exempt.
yeah. So the differences between full-time, part-time, and temporary employees. All right.
Does everybody understand the difference in them?
Okay. The next, personnel files, basically, they're school property, and only administrators or board members are legitimate reason to review the information, or those permitted to do so. It can request to view, but to be with bear with them. All they do. And then the director of people. Is the reference checks. So that when anybody reference, I'll only respond to the executive director, will only respond to, they'll submit it in writing. They will only confirm the date of employment, wage rates, and other in the position held.
Now, executive director or school director?
Executive.
Okay, and one said executive director.
We jump back to 202. change. The employees may review their own personal files, like review a copy of their own personal file. I mean, if we're giving them an original and then just go crazy and start throwing things at the target.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a safe path.
204 personnel related changes. Responsibility of the employee to notify us basically if anything has changed, such as like their mailing address, telephone number. That's they have to know themselves. It's not our responsibility to make this on their own. Applications, they representation, anything that they put on the application that's false, they won't.
Mhm.
Performance evaluation, this is with our adopted evaluation rubric for the stand, something that we have not approved yet, the actual rubric itself. Development, but policy basically states that that the rubric will be the primary evaluation tool for employees, and the process will evaluate certified, non-certified staff, and it does that. Teachers, the instructional staff will be evaluated 4 times a year. Non-instructional staff will be evaluated 1 time a year. And goals.
This reviews slightly above that. Is that is that realistic? And it seems like an awful lot of review.
It's expected of.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would,
And maybe we should say 2 will be formal. And
Or formal as well.
or whatever, for new teachers, it's 4. Well,
For all.
well, because,
if you do performance,
yeah,
you have to end up having 4.
4 formal
Mhm.
evaluations, and then others will be,
You verify on that, Joe, because you're not going to do that to your non-instructional staff. Yeah, each instructional staff member
Okay.
is evaluated at least 4. If you don't get your stuff done.
You want 6, just in case we're doing a probationary thing and use more review. I don't.
Just say at least 4.
Yeah, say at least 4.
Take out
I would even use the word formal, at least 4 formal, so that they know it's not just you popping in the classroom. Because they and you have to explain what that means, which is, they work on it.
All right.
Time,
Formal.
formal time. For,
I don't know why that's saying.
Say each instructional staff member shall be
Formally evaluated.
there you go.
Grade 6%.
There you
multiple.
Yeah, I won't do all the evaluations. That would that'd be crazy.
And they'll have a panel of people.
Not at the same time.
No.
Okay.
So he the first one,
Okay.
somebody do the second one.
Mhm. Yeah. Probably do 1, maybe 2 evaluations each.
I would say these evaluators come from the instructional leadership.
Okay. Check this is something that's law, so I have to get a national criminal background check. Please. For the employee.
Add in something that the new employees shall reasonably cooperate with the contract. It's really consent and authorization. That maybe just provide new employees who should legally cooperate background check. All right. And then, method policies. Somebody comments? I have a motion to approve the employment policies.
So move.
All right, in favor, say aye. Opposed? Hearing none, see to show the employment policies as approved.
So moved. And I get who's second.
Charlie. Thank you.
Should I first? Okay. The employment policy, nature of employment, it is at will. We can terminate without any cause as long as there's a violation of federal laws. Equal employment opportunity, terminate against any individual for any reason. Employment. Any concerns, bring the director and hear any kind of back. Relatives, any person who's related by blood marriage or who's related similar to those relatives may be hired only approval of the board. And law compliance, basically still on I-9, make somebody's legal citizen. Including no more than starts.
Nope. No, I'll be checking those files. Okay.
The bear down there.
Yeah, I just,
Right here.
Yeah.
just so that it's checking those files.
To
He gives no file.
Interrupt with that I-9 because I worked on this a lot at and I guess depending on what you mean by personnel file, it won't be in their personnel file because against the law. So it'll be kept though in the records in a separate file.
Will be free.
Personnel. Or cannot be kept with their personnel file.
So,
school records.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, finished policy, you've already approved this one. That's in there, just a package here. Closure. Basically, any kind of that I can't give out information. Confidential. And the last, the ADA compliant.
All right. Would entertain a motion to approve the, that was the employee policies?
Yeah, the first one we skipped over.
Okay.
101. We did this. Okay.
I'll make a motion, so it's the same person.
Yeah.
It's a team. Yeah.
And we've already employment status and records policies then?
No, that's the first.
That was the first, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the employee benefit frame policies.
That we approve.
Oh, all in favor, say aye. All opposed, nay. And we'll show the employment policies approved.
Next is the employee program policies. First, health insurance are cover the employees in the with vision. Full-time employees can participate in health insurance. Eligible employees are able to participate in the plan on the first month after completing 30 days of service.
I say health insurance plans provides employees and their dependents are paying, you know, don't say that because it sounds like you're going to cover
The
everything.
whole thing, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
I need to say, year to year too, so the policy needs to be
But we can just say we'll pay 8%. And then
a percentage. Do that. That way,
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, when we talked about, you know, it all helps to make sure it's a good, but if not, they may have to be part of the affordable care. And I don't know how that all
Yeah.
fits in. You know, can you get a group plan
You
for
know,
the affordable care?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be worth just tabling and talking to somebody who has some knowledge.
That's where I think Rupert might come in handy, to send him that piece and ask him how he would to,
Right.
that.
That one.
We ran into this with Aristotle this year, and because the insurance rates are going to be so high with such a small staff, we opened the K3.
Mm-hmm.
Insurance. Now January, as of January 1, they were going to do the Affordable Care because otherwise it was going to be so expensive to do a blue plan. But their portion of it was going to be too much. So they opted to do the care. So, and there was a teacher that was supposed to be in charge, and I guess I'll hear it next week at the meeting. How it will be there at the meeting, and we'll get that. Oh,
I don't sending that to.
Opportunity to.
So are we-
I'd be
so then-
interested to hear that too.
Yeah.
Were we sending that to have it looked at? Tabling that issue, are we sending it to somebody to get an opinion or?
Yeah. Rupert writes that.
I'm not going to be there because I'm going to be in.
Did you get Ann?
No, not really.
Yeah, real one health insurance. If you're looking on your computer screen right now,
Mhm.
that's red. We're going to table that until we get some perspective from Rupert Ryan Stadler.
That's what he does. I just think because I think that's he's not a fan of it at all, and so that's really what you have.
We have a meeting with. It's called Work Smart Solutions. It's a
Are they
place, I don't know if it's national or regional.
I think they're, no.
Yeah, I think they're too. So they pull together medium-sized businesses, nonprofits, and they did tell me that there are some schools, some charter schools that they're going to see that they pull all the employees together into a big pool so they can buy power. Meeting with them later on the 28th. What they have to offer.
You know, you get into a bigger group, and sometimes it's not depending what that big group like.
So what they do is with each that comes in, they will put you on different tiers depending on the people that you bring in.
Okay.
So that's like one tier that you get really good rates for your healthy people, and then we have another one where
Okay.
if you're
So
It's
they
not
shield them.
you can't do that with a volunteer.
Right.
You can't discriminate.
Right.
Right.
But they they separate the pools out. She's explaining it to me, and then
Wow.
she says it's fully compliant.
Well, they have to take them, but it doesn't mean that
Right.
they have to charge
Yeah.
the same.
That's what she was telling me.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yes.
It's a smoker versus a non-smoker. You hire.
So if you're a certain age too.
Yep.
Suppose.
Well, do you want to skip to the next policy that away from approving it subject to this and that?
Just whole benefit. Wait, we'll do it all at once.
All right, we'll table. What's that?
What's A and B?
Okay.
A, B, and B insurance.
Accidental dismemberment.
Okay.
All right, hold that whole.
There was another question I had. In terms
Let's
of,
not table it, let's take it for a first read, because it's more complicated to bring it down the table, so let's take it for a first read.
Okay.
short-term disability, does everybody offer short-term disability? I know that the two charter schools I worked with, that was optional at the employee rather than school for it. And a lot take short-term disability because what does it go for? 30 days?
90.
And I think because they had enough.
Provides offers.
I think long-term and short-term disability can be an option. Policy, but having insurance and over that we talk to the staff and say, if like you do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So just take short-term, long-term out. But then offer it.
Everybody was offered long-term. The short-term was strictly optional, and there was no.
What you offer, do we need to?
No.
Be found there forever and that's. Right.
Correct. Just because I've worked with this at CFA, short-term disability most of the time really dealt with leaves. And so they always use the short-term disability for mothers, parents, those soon-to-be mothers. So it was more of a 6-week. If there's a C-section involved, then it will go to I believe it is. So they use the amount of time for short-term disability, specifically most maternity, and then that would go into long-term disability.
And I'd entertain offering it. I still need to have.
Yeah, I think once we identify our problem, then we'll kind of think this
Yeah.
CFA will not come out offering until we actually have the policy.
Well, that first year, we didn't have a policy. We didn't have a policy, and the staff got the golden plan.
Yeah.
We didn't know it. That's why I said I paid attention to this stuff. Now we couldn't get out of it. We were paying for everything.
So just take those out for now.
We can always add them, or again, when a broker comes meet, because that's what they do. Then you meet individually with them, you sign up for it. Then it can be an option to purchase it.
That's all I have.
That's what we do at our other schools. It's not offered, it's not paid for, but they can. And
I think the bigger the pool gets,
if planning on having a baby, you're going to buy it.
Yeah.
And why
I would not do short-term.
I wouldn't either.
Because I can float for 3 days and
Right.
then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So that needs to be optional.
Same with long-term.
Yeah.
I mean, and nothing stops us from offering it if we just offer it.
Yeah.
I don't think long term it would cost more.
But I think I think most businesses put in a long-term portion. They may not put in the whole thing.
Like that'd be stupid.
Well, we have to pay. We're like, so that's typically if someone gets injured on the job, then they're covered with workers' comp. But
And then,
disability is something that's you can opt in or out of this stuff, you know.
Yes. There's a small,
All right, well,
Okay.
there's more. The flexible spending account, that's just like your Aflac and things like that. They may participate.
I mean, we offer that, but it's not in our policy.
It's not a fine.
Some opt in and some opt out of it. Okay, there you go. All right.
And then workers' compensation, I think that.
We get that.
Yeah, that's
Required. Yeah.
Let's see. I guess we provide no cost to employees.
Yeah. Yep.
Basically saying that participate in it.
Something I wanted to bring up, but, and you're tabling it, but the, employees, your prime employees are going to be different than employees that we're talking about with all of this, so somewhere.
It says eligible employees. No.
Hours,
32.
32.
Yeah.
No, so neither, yeah, there you go.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Layer or retirement benefits. We're just going through B and for the perf or short. And, up to 3% of employee contribution. So anything in it, and we won't put anything in. If they have 3%, and we put 5, we'll put 3 regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fairly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I already talked with, I think the lady talked to, I'll meet with her later on this month as well. And this is, we're going to go over a little bit more, but told me this is what most of the year service one, and then incrementally increases. So at 6 years, the employees are 100%.
If they use this as a 403 instead of person service.
They have, yeah. Offer, when going off the board, they were going to also offer the 403, they have that as well. So they started in the end.
Yeah.
What's in yellow about the ability of flexible spending short term? And then we will do more research on health insurance.
Just saying, it's clearly what you guys want to do, but some teachers, that's if you don't offer personal insurance.
Mhm.
If they're coming from a public school and they've been vetted. But I think that there's some language in there that you can, or yeah, but I think that they keep their perf that they.
Your
If they're vested,
If they're vested, they
So
keep it.
you're vested.
Yeah.
you will be in this year. I keep telling them. I keep telling them, no, you're going to stay there. You're going to stay with me in about 20 years from now.
So that, I don't know, whoever
You're vested after 10 in the end.
your benefits, you may want to have that conversation, because I think there are some things that you can do for those folks.
Yeah.
so that they are.
The other,
Money that they, because there's the pension part, which is separate from like any savings that they have. They take the annuity savings and roll it over.
Mm-hmm.
So they would think.
And I don't know if it's about, but I just
They
know
would-
that
they
sometimes
would lose
lose
it.
insurance.
that's when you're not gonna get someone possibly with 10 years of experience in
Working with-
teachers. They're gonna wanna
Well,
go, you know.
it's going to be someone with years that close.
So they get close, but those are the ones that.
Between probably 6 and 6 years.
Yeah. They run into this many times.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next is the paid time off. All right. Let's see the timekeeping right here. Just talk about the non-exempt employees. They're to record their time that they're that they begin the work, as well as any kind of breaks, that sort of thing, and assuming the time record certify the accuracy of everything that was recorded, and we record the accurate time of activities.
So you, if you will,
Yeah.
in the office.
Play time.
Okay.
Days begins on Sunday and ends on Saturday. 2 weeks on the 1st and 15th of the month. And those are the days on the Friday for payroll to be processed. So
Does it say Sunday to Saturday or Monday to Friday? I don't know. I've never,
That's all.
yours is Sunday to Saturday? Okay.
In Indiana.
let's see, direct deposit, have that option, have money directed into your account.
I was
Done.
gonna say, I wouldn't even encourage it. You don't wanna have to cut checks.
Software that we're using it.
Real simple. Yeah.
Or just don't make it optional if they want to take a check, or just tell them that
Direct deposit, I only do direct
because
deposit.
it's cheaper to the school.
But then you move to individuals who don't have the checking account. That's something we could work on with their financial literacy skills.
We'll give you financial.
If they have it,
We'll help you.
That, just in case there is some kind of strange situation where, you never know,
Mm-hmm.
may not get paid.
You don't want to.
The garnishment child report, we've amount time off. The year employees will be given 5 personal time days per on the when you're hired, and that includes all personal vacation and sick time requested. So I'm not going to differentiate between just if you want to take the day off, you take the day off. I'm not messing with you getting sick days. You have the same personal days. 5 days. If you feel coming in that day, then
and I would, so to administration,
and
who else might be?
the lead teacher will be the only teacher that will be your
business person.
the administrative staff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Administrative staff and lead teacher.
Last sentence says, our school around our school, federal and that a certain amount of employees and things like that. When I was process as an employer, they pay me. If we're in that last sentence, we're obligating somebody to go through the law and make sure that they haven't overstepped their bounds. I just assume court order that.
Yep, that's what I.
So take that last.
This is how much, because they're supposed to know how much the person makes.
The court and the lawyers that deal with that.
Mhm. We'll just abide by.
Good check.
All right, around 10 days, if they don't use all their days, then they will be carried over. Sure.
Every employee can carry over,
That's
let's say, 10 days, if you're just a teacher. And if can they roll them over up to a certain number?
Yeah, up to 10 days. So administrative staff, they have 25 days, they don't use them, say they use 5. Only keep 10 days, 10 days that are left for the next.
Okay, the thing is, then next year, let's say, I've never absent, right? That's up there. So I could have had 2,000 days, whatever it was. But, you know, we have to max it out so that you don't end up, because when people leave, let's say they have 300 days that they have, you don't have to pay them. So you can accumulate, so we need to put in there somewhere, we'll be willing to allow them to accumulate, that we have to, you know.
But is it 2 years?
So is it up to 30 days? Is it up to 45 days?
And allow cash out for shifts as well.
Yeah. We had a teacher at Brevard a couple years ago that ran health issues, and she had some of the teachers donate some of their days to her, which was great. You know, some people come up with some of them just retire, and by the way, you owe me $50. Like, whoa.
Should we say,
This is short-term disability. How many is short-term disability? Maybe that's in that. Think about that
You can
way.
accumulate up to 30 days. Do that.
I don't know.
Because somebody might want to have a baby in 3 years and not use my days and have 30 days. See, that's what I would say. I would save my days.
Right, what I did.
Mhm.
Yeah. So days, do we want to, you know, you're right, that might be a way of saying, you know, that's, we're putting you,
This many, so we'll pay you up to that
I'd
many.
pull other.
and do you know what the term disability number was, how many days?
Then about 45 days, 6 weeks.
Okay,
that's the
so we'll do 45 days.
so you accumulate up to 45 days. That's an incentive for people to come to work every day, and then when they have the baby, they get that day. So,
Okay.
And I'll have to pay for it because it has so many days.
yeah, that's right.
So you can roll over 10 a year with a maximum of 45 days.
Yeah.
All right.
That's for school calendar year.
So school calendar year employees, the teachers, allotted 10 personal time off days.
You have the same opportunity, right? Be able to have up to, save up to 45, up to 45, we used to call it saving.
Accumulate 8. But you can up to 45.
So of those 10, if they don't, so if they don't use any days, they keep 8. 45 days.
Well, you didn't say where they were sick days, personal days, or.
Because people lie.
I'm not going to try.
They do.
I know. So
They call it and they sound sick, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna-
Yeah.
Excuse.
Today after we went
We had to set it a week
Yeah.
two in advance and
Yeah.
eliminates all that
We
mess.
don't have to worry about doctor's notes and all that.
If you don't, it's a bad day, you
Treat
just
them
really,
like grown-ups.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
days, standard holidays, if you're Labor Day, Thanksgiving Day, day after Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, MLK, Memorial Day, in the United States.
I mean, that.
Those are the holidays, but you'll have more days.
Those are the days that,
Certified staff.
yeah, these are days that
Hey,
the school be observed, that the basic school won't be open those days.
but you're gonna they're certified.
Paid holidays.
Yeah, paid holidays. Yeah. Let's see. So, bereavement leave. A child parent allows 10 days of leave and up to 4 days on the death of siblings, grandparent, child, up to father-in-law, father-in-law, nephew.
In addition to those 10.
Yeah. So based on the base pay rate, time of absence.
It seems like, no, your spouse, it seems like a lot. Charlie, you in business, what do you?
First, with this situation.
Mm-hmm.
So
10 days,
It's a lot, Joe.
that's a vacation.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, personally, I mean, I've been through it with my parents, and I basically flew home with my mom's funeral and back.
we'll say
And
They're usually
4:42.
Maybe
up to 4.
Up to 4 days, and then the others.
And if want to use more days, if they're sick, if they're personal, although those days, let them.
Around 45
Yeah.
days.
Right.
Or
Sorry.
I'm gonna do a couple.
Oh, my.
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1. Jury duty. Of course, there's absence. The exact copy of this, you know, in or just witness, same thing, witness duty, if you call this witness. No leave. So if they're on, then they can, okay, after their, well, 30 days, yeah.
If they're on a long, that's to reapply, doesn't it say?
The regulated absences. Be that according to the for now.
This is an addition to.
No.
Okay.
We're good. We're just, one minute.
Is it typical to have a policy to pregnancy? I've never had one either.
I've never had one, but
For
now that some here, that's not pregnancy, but there's some there should be adoption.
Correct.
Like, just say for pregnancy, it's
For the birth or adoption.
what, yeah, birth or adoption.
Adoption.
Mm-hmm. Journals in here as well. The journal.
Yeah,
Be in there too.
yeah, and that,
Oh, but it's not PTO time anyway. We did out
Sure.
the journal.
But I wonder if it's necessary to have it. But
yeah, maybe you can just take that out.
I'm just the whole thing.
The whole thing out, because that's part of the,
You could do 45 days.
Yeah.
I'm reading that.
Okay. Is there anything in that you have for FMLA?
No, I didn't hear you.
because that's, you put that in there. That's the law.
Mhm.
So,
And not the person that asked out what has to be in there.
I know I have, I mean, I have one,
Yeah.
mine, and I'm gonna.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to.
That's what you, where's the FMLA?
Yeah.
That will cover,
That covers everything.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll get you that.
Okay. Check that one out. The next one here, administrative pay corrections. Just we'll make that we correct anything that's like errors. If there's we will on the next pay period. Reference. We will there. $50 we can add them to pay us back. Set ups. So we'll link taxes, Social Security, all those that you have to. And discharge layout, makes interviews, space consent, both employee and the school have right to terminate the employment at will, without any with request at any time.
Okay.
That's that. Some discretion, they schedule. We got 8 personnel wants to schedule everything, we could screen that also.
For the exit interview,
They may schedule exit interviews at the discretion.
Yeah, same as that.
That's discretion.
Some discretion. Maybe discretion.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's not.
I'm good.
Next one I'll take out here is the
You're gonna need to do that.
So there's a table. So we get the.
Just reading that.
Yeah.
Next time.
Okay.
To approve the benefit next time, hopefully, and, payroll.
Let's see. On here, senators at the beginning of the school year, they'll write in writing their specific higher. They adjusted, and there have any changes. 502 and gift acceptance, between anything that is given to the schools made in the name of the school and will be paid by the executive director. All the gifts
the that's included added in that that's kind of a channel transition academy, just so we keep a legal name in there.
Okay. I just see. All right, systems with our phone, which will be using the Skype, does have they will be assigned passwords and responsible for maintaining and confidentiality of passwords and modifying their voice, so they have to record them. Will each teacher up to $200 for the supplies to use in the classroom for instructional purposes. Setting the budget for, I believe, I want to say it's, I think 5 grade for sort of the grade level. And what we're going to do with this is allocate for each teacher grade level $200 out of that $5,000. There's something that they need to go out right then, rather than going through the school to purchase. So they have $200, but we'll go out and do that and get reimbursed.
And that's not a lot at all.
No.
No. Because can you still look that up?
On the gifts, just in case somebody resists $1 billion,
Mm-hmm.
you put in the administrative, I think as the executive taken held administrative,
Mm-hmm.
you have the executive director, the authority board, or with the consent board or something like that, so we don't show up to the new gymnasium.
Can I try
It's a double check for him. I think,
Yeah.
it's a,
Yeah.
yeah, it's actually a good thing for him.
Right. Phones, limit phone calls during the course. And let's see, employees should always use the approved greeting and speaking in a previous profession. Next one, use copy machine. We have one for the school, do some school-related programs. Next. The physical expenses will reimburse and for all reasonable expenses. Location and loss financial must be in conformance with the documentation requirements and tax regulations.
Well, it'd be approved anyway.
Yeah. Their assigned staff are assigned passwords, and they're authorized to use responsible to make sure that they're confidential. Private computers and technology for some purposes only for the care. And if something does, we have the right to back if anything's lost and displayed.
Here it says they shouldn't download any.
That's coming up. Let's see, the computers, email, and internet usage. The everything will be on the computer basically, and use another employee's password. No an email system. Licenses various software for the schools and does not own the copyright. Authorized by this developer, neither nor the employee's right to reproduce the software on any computers. Cool networks on multiple machines according to the software license agreement. Okay. Employee director on learning any of those violations. So that's probably. Maybe if there's anything that make sure that the coverage of the workers' compensation law, unless it directly or immediately to the executive, or will notify the director of the incident. Place must complete work. Every may include getting any coverage. Violence prevention, making sure that we have pre-place. Employees are expected to refrain from fighting, horseplay, and that kind of stuff, obviously. Constants or courses in another employee, child, parent. Is that right? Is prohibited. Both direct and indirect should be reported as soon as possible. Activities should also be reported if possible. Let's see.
Part of a grievance policy?
No.
Different?
We'll investigate all these reports of threat violence, and then this includes like people coming in anything cover.
I would see this going into like an employee handbook.
You're right. I'd probably take out the offender's obligation that will prompt and thoroughly investigate all the reports that puts, and then obviously we want to investigate stuff and report it. At the top of that paragraph.
Right here.
Yeah. You know, duty that we're just, we're assuming to this, and so I don't think it's necessary.
So,
yeah, I would.
And then, yeah, you have individual makers or check.
Yeah. Work conditions as honest. Motion approved. Removed.
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor, approve the work conditions policy, right? All right. Hearings will show that it's approved.
the conduct and disciplinary action policy.
See ya.
Drive safe, Charlie.
Careful walking out of there.
Down here, Ken?
Yeah. You guys,
Across the street, yeah, across the street, across, right over there and walk on the other side.
It's getting a city across the street.
Well, then there's much traffic, we can.
This one, employee conduct and work rules. Basically, we will so, yeah.
There's the three of us. You, me. 1, 3. Yeah, you do.
Red and.
You only form of 3, don't you?
Oh, you need half of the board plus one. 51.
Rose Emily Collins.
Yeah, sure.
That's right. But to something like that, I don't think we can vote without quorum.
Yeah, we can't.
We can't.
So we got through except for, yeah.
Which one through?
Up to the disciplinary action policies. So we're pretty short.
Review the other ones. Yeah, for first read anyway.
Yeah. Three. We need to.
Going to be voting on Jill voting on what Jill.
No, she's going to presentation tonight.
Okay, we can do that and then go through whatever you have to report.
Okay. Mine's real short and
Suggestions.
all right, guess we can.
Jill, you have the floor.
Like, we're not on time, so I won't, take up too much, but wanted to give you a presentation since you did talk about utilizing some of my services at the last board meeting. I wanted to a bit of background information about myself, what to do in regards to helping IAE, and then allow you to ask any questions that you have. But we'll start. I did
Who's that?
You know, what could have been somebody just calling. Sometimes I'm at my computer, I get somebody trying to Skype, but I don't know.
If they're trying to call.
So watch out for those guys.
I want to bring your attention though to something very exciting. So what's in the Child magazine, to page 37, our first advertisement by IAE. January issue, and this is a free publication that's found at Market Market, other entities throughout the city. So it's great that we were able to get in.
I thought that was a cool.
Very nice.
So, my name is Jill Burleson, and I am Joe's wife. I've been with this idea from the very beginning, and it's just very exciting to finally come to fruition, and really appreciate having help on the board as well as CSA. And through our conversations, we've talked a lot and had a lot of trial errors, if you will, and I think that I could bring of basically time, effort, and I can be the boot on the ground to help people, especially with student movement, public relations, etc. I put together a PowerPoint presentation and my resume in the back as well. Just a little bit about my background and where I come from. I actually started off in state government, worked for First Lady Sherry Daniels and the Governor Daniels administration. And my time at their state government, it was First Lady's goal and mission to redo the governor's residence, which was built in 1928. It was an extreme disrepute, and so she wanted it to be her legacy to be able to redo the residence and leave it for future governors and really be something that the state could be proud of and to show her work and to be able to showcase all wonderful things about our state and have it available for Hoosiers. And so we took on the renovation of that's when I began with governor's first term, and it's something that I'm very proud of. We raised hundreds of thousands of dollars in tax donations, as well as in goods, every grand piano, to people's time, donating, working with the different contractors, etc. So a multi-million-dollar renovation a home that was built in 1928. It was quite an experience, and with that I was able to gain a lot of knowledge on home improvement, being able to make that ask for donations. And so we raised a lot of time, and we succeeded, and we did it without using taxpayer dollars. So something we're very proud of. And then from there, I went on to be a lobbyist as well as an event manager for the Indiana Healthcare Association, a trade organization for long-term care organizations throughout Indiana. So we was able to work at the State House and was able to also continue my project management and event management through their educational that they had, as well as their conventions, trade shows, development. I was kind of the jack of all trades, and that's always people come to me for everything. And with that, on to where I am now, schools and living and do all their event management for them. So for IAE, what I really want to be able to do is to help out in the public relations as well as fundraising aspects, student recruitment, and just being able to garner our support. So to report to the first, certainly a lot of people don't even know what charter schools are. I think Indianapolis is getting there, and especially this area, I think that it's going to be a little easier for us because of project school, because of CFA just down the road. I think people are more aware of charter schools, but it's still a challenge. And so getting that community support and community buy-in and to understand who the organization is. Because fortunately, we do have the realization that we're not an existing school. And to have people sign their kids up with a new school, I feel a little worried. And so being able to show them that we're a viable school that's going to do great things is going to be a challenge, but something that I'm hoping that the board, as well as myself and Joe, can really help and support for that. And as residents, as elected officials, in fact, we did send out a press release when we were officed, if you will, by the state, and that's actually how we made this contact with Cindy. So when we generated as much press as we had hoped, it did generate this relationship, and now we're able to keep the relationship with more advertisements.
Do you pay for this, Jill, or was that?
This was a cost, but with building that relationship, hopefully we'll be able to do an op-ed piece or something similar and be able to pitch those schools.
Especially helping in the building and having them come in and do picture pictures and, that'd be cool. See it coming.
That's exactly right. Elected officials, businesses in the community, neighborhood organizations, what goes on for two stakeholders. Awareness is external as well as internal, and especially help out with the newsletter, advertisements, mailing. In fact, we're getting ready to send out a mailing to, I believe, 4,500 children in the graphics that we're looking at, being able to have them there to help and things like that as we gear up for enrollment and the opening of the and then we have been in this community, and we're starting to become that support, build a lasting relationship, and be able to communicate with them effectively and constantly, being able to have that relationship with the community. It's not just, one and you're done. You got to continue it to build on that momentum. Next slide, please. I'd like to help with them doing spring cleaning as soon as we get the keys, hopefully. There's so much to do in that school with everything that was just left. And so I literally have about 50 volunteers that are ready to work. I mean, we had folks, in fact, we were at a New Year's Eve party, Maryland said, I'm going to scrub toilets. I mean, they're just so excited to be there.
Great. That place has been closed for a few years.
We do have a really good network of folks who are so supportive of this, and they're ready to get started. So I'd like to organize a couple of spring things. I also have resources with the Boy Scouts. We also have a lot of resources within the service project, and they out as well. Beginning to build that volunteer list and that base, being able to get them involved and boots on ground. To have open houses once it's scheduled, like you said, being able to take a volunteer and hopefully have a spread, maybe a child, maybe even it would be great. Have open houses so that the families can see that we are open for business. Also, partners state organizations, etc. And then also having a prospective parent review. This is something I thought of because, like I said, sending your child to a school that doesn't have a reputation, that doesn't have the diverse jacket, etc., can
Be there and available to give tours and talk.
and also to invite parents from CFA that understand core knowledge, that understand the culture of CFA school, to have them there to talk to meet parents and tell them that yes, this is a great organization, this core knowledge is a great idea, my kids thrive, etc. To be able to have that person-to-person contact. And obviously, we're applying for a lot of grants. We through the state that we are going to need funds for other things, especially maybe even the playground at some point. So different items like that. And just something that's interesting is most fundraising comes from individuals and not big corporations. And the board is going to be really important. That's where the parents are going to be really important. We're out and being able to that reputation in the community that we are a local school and that your dollars are going to go towards something that is just next slide.
Joe, have you heard anything else about the 501c3?
No.
Take them.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
I got ours, fine.
Okay.
Really.
I know.
Wow.
Again, establishing those personal connections and playing the board and the board is now. Next slide. The annual appeal letter, and annual events, and then hopefully at some point happen and then maybe get. But all it takes time and energy and effort and
The 501c3.
and a 501c3. Yeah, they might want that for their
Yeah. That's the first thing they're going to ask.
right, and putting together those letters and the next documentation and items that the board doesn't have time for and Annie isn't going to have time for. Next one. And I just wanted to introduce myself, let you know a little bit about my background, and then hopefully be able to answer any questions that you may have on different services that hopefully, should the board want to move forward, I can help IAE.
You know how important this is, especially when you get an open school, to have somebody on the ground that can really get out there and know that you need to have a community resource person. After doing this for many, many times, it takes it. So, great presentation. You've got a great presence about yourself.
Thank you.
And the cost would be in but some sort of a photographer to go and take pictures of the kind of existing conditions.
And then they'll give us a video. The thing,
Just pictures of your family.
yeah.
No.
The governor's daughter.
Really, she's amazing. I mean, for your pictures, because you're beautiful anyway. But the family pictures.
Yeah.
She'd be willing to do it, I'm sure,
That'd be
for
great.
this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can really make it, I mean, if you know how to take pictures, you can really make something like this.
Even after it's cleaned up, or even when
I think.
Before and after.
before it is.
And that's what we did with the governor's residence. We showed the before and after, and we ran a full page thread. And with that, able to create some amazing contacts. All
Hugely important.
I mean, from top donors on Wall Street all the way to, Sheila Sexton, who provided the boots on the ground, literally stayed on the wall. So I still have all of those contacts from my past and have still kept in contact with all of them, and especially the fundraising piece. It's huge to happen to big donors. And that actually was one of our very large families that helped on that project, and it's really important to have those relationships.
Thank you.
All right, I'll just get really brief. There's only a couple of things. Let's see. Oh, team grant, spoke a little bit before the meeting started. Everything has been minute, it's there. We're just going through the review process, and they said it should take anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks, and that was for Christmas. So we should be about 4 weeks out before we start receiving that funding. Also starting to work on the Walton grant coming up, and I'm going to contact Beth Bray to figure out when that date actually is. It was going to be late February, early March, right around the spring.
Sorry, yet?
No.
Because
The background.
who's missing?
Did you say? No, Paul.
No,
Everybody has.
I did mine online.
Yeah, everybody has done that.
And Charlie, we talked about that. Just follow up with
Yeah.
Sarah to confirm that
Yeah.
she's got them all.
Okay.
Do we have word on if they pulled the trigger on the common area? That's, I get me a quote, really.
Yeah. I thought we spoke to Jason earlier today, and said that they found environmental concerns on the Ware Park, and they're waiting to see just how much and he said it could be alleviated just cap with that. Working is involved as doing some bringing some new dirt. So they're working into more investigating a little bit more.
Now, the property haven't purchased yet, or the property?
That's what the adjacent to the warehouse. The action itself, he's sure that there isn't any environmental concerns. He said that he doesn't think there's any because he sees the bank loaning money, knowing that there are environmental concerns within the building. So he says that more they clean everything up after the certificate and everything. It's clean. They just haven't it.
And I think Justine, when I talked to him, he said that the building is now in the foreclosure part of the bank. With the original purchase are in, I guess, the commercial side of the bank, and they don't know each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
But if we could find out who the people was, they would probably have their phase one and the closing. And get a hold of them.
How do you find that out? Is that what
Probably then, if we could pull the deed from the last conveyance. What was that? Their annotation, if we prepare the deed, and probably have it, and say, you close this, and they're just going to send it to you. Yeah, that's separate to go. That probably is your trying to work through them.
Okay.
Can you,
Are you going to
need
get
you
that?
to do that, or?
It's only the contract thing, but it's the street address.
Yeah, 1145. It's on the advertisement.
Okay.
You got it.
We've got an in-house title company. I'll have them pull the deed, and then if they're on that, then I can just make a call and see if we can get that closed.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be great to speed things up.
Yeah, Jason said today that they can't find that,
Mm-hmm.
or I can't imagine that they would have put that money into it.
Yeah,
Having
I-
it never would have allowed it. That's it too, doesn't even make sense, but they don't have it.
Yeah,
The
people have all.
foreclosure part of the thing doesn't have it.
Yeah,
So, and I don't believe anybody did anything.
Somebody.
Very-
Anybody get the-
That's the correct number.
Oh, okay.
And it's not forward filed. So, but that would be great to be able to help.
Well, I'll do what I can, and maybe fishing. I'll buy a gap here in there, that is, but if you don't gotta go back to the beginning of time.
Well, I think what Jason was saying is, too, we can close on the building part of it, but there's still a question about the other part of it. And, you know, the scenario is that we wouldn't want that piece at all. Could operate a school without that, without the end. You know, I think that's where you have to, the board has to think about that.
Well, I practical. We're selling the land, if they'll work with us to get it secure
That's right.
out there.
That's the thing.
Because they wanted.
You gotta sell it. I mean, who else they gotta sell it to, right?
Now that if they have actual knowledge, they'll probably can't sell it without disclosing.
And they can't use it for their project either.
I can't do
It's public housing.
Yeah, so, yeah. Now, yeah, they were looking for 550.
It was 50, then it went up to 550.
And it all depends on what the environment issue is. It could be you have to asphalt or, I fight with IU for, I came in at 14 and not a fight because it was legislation. Like the ground. Yeah, that was.
Let's see, last.
You got mail.
Oh, it's mail.
Last, I just have here what account, Rao, the only two things last month that were actually, we did purchase the copy software from Bookkeeping Plus for voting software for our funding. That was in the Walton grant, so that's what we use it for. We'll have reimbursement for the mailing list, the rating postage, some reimbursement for. Now the mailing list is that 4350 individuals area. It's like a 3 mile basically. They have children between the ages of 4 and 9.
You get that post office gives you that?
But, yeah.
We went through a
The probing process.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
So we have that list, and that's what we're going to use to send out.
Postcards and then.
Yep. So we actually have over 10,000 postcards. So I do one mailing, try to hopefully get it all done by the end of next week.
Okay.
And mailing in March.
Yeah, really good you didn't do it right now because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on that.
So, but I found this place that will actually affix the address labels. They'll just take the file, fix the address labels, the postage, for $260.
Perfect. Oh, that's really good.
That, instead of us in our living room.
That's really good. That's really good. That's a good deal.
Our biggest one.
That's a lot better than what we had to pay in Charlotte.
Yeah.
I think.
No, 4, no.
No, 4,000. We're missing out almost, 4,000. And then the paychecks and all that stuff. That's the first one once we get the PCSU money. And I don't know why they do this. They want a charter and then they credit $1 free thing, but whatever. I don't know why they do that.
It's only been up here for a couple of days.
I'm sure we
get
can
that
contact
from
just one more.
Because that is important.
Yeah, it'll tell you what this goes for.
Exactly. Analytics is really helpful.
Yeah.
This budget every month now? Or do you do that only when the vouchers start? What we'll do, validate, the checks that go out every month.
Do that.
But
We do that now.
Oh, you do that now?
We do that now for under 10,000. For anything greater than 1,000. So we.
Okay. I think every month, once started up, we'll have vouchers. Doesn't the board at CFA sign every month the vouchers? Do you do that?
No, usually the business manager will send the vouchers, and this is just really basically for your bills that come in, and then Joe would be either the second, usually the second or first one, but he has to sign on it also. The board has to do, like Joe had said, was if it's 10,000 or more, we will get a verbal approval or email, but sign off or to vote on vouchers or anything, no.
I thought I was on the CFA board every month. They on a signature page and the board members had to sign it.
No, you're talking, okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the finance, the finals that, that from the plus would come a report.
Yeah,
And
okay, so we won't start that until school, I guess, is open. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Mhm. Please work on
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big enough.
Uh,
For yard signs.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
All right.
Okay, 59.
All right. Thank you for braving the weather.
Yeah, thank